Okay, so DDG and Haley, what's her last name?
Bailey.
Haley Bailey. That name sounds.
Is it?
Yeah, Haley Bailey, the
Oh, wow.
Little
Your name
Mermaid.
Holly Berry.
Haley,
Oh, it is
Haley.
Bailey.
Yeah, Little Mermaid. So yeah, they saying that DDG. I'm gonna talk about it, but it's kind of like I feel like I don't know enough about. Well, I know a lot about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because I don't care because people gonna say what they want to say.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people gonna feel how they want to feel about it. I'm not there. I don't know what goes on with them. I see they try to put a lot of little. The first thing that people want to do when it's like abuse and stuff like that is they want to put out like little videos. I guess like a lot of black people we do that. Like we want to say that this person is lying. We want to make the victim uncredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know why that is. I guess because I don't know. I guess we. I don't want to say that
Because we people worship celebrities.
Yeah, but you know, like I see a lot of people online. The first thing they did was, what's his name? White dude, Aiden.
Aiden Ross.
Yeah, Aiden Ross. Like, oh, he's a father. Like, it's a lot of fathers beating the hell out of their wives. It's a lot of fathers that you would think is great people, and they still like abusive. Like everybody have their issue. I feel like a lot of times you need to deal with. You need to let the situation deal with itself before you start formulating your opinion and saying, "Well, this happened." You know what? And it was like his family was crying. And, dude, I have a brother in prison. And I have family members that's done wrong things. And guess what? I would sit up there and lie for them because that's my family. Because that's what I'm going to do. But I ain't going to lie for no celebrity because that ain't my family and I'm mind my own business with that situation. But I'm just letting you know that I'm going to like be there, have my family back. Even my family in prison, no matter what I'm not going to judge my family. I'm not going to talk about my family. But I'm never gonna be that dude if somebody in my family do something to someone, and it's something like a violent crime or something. I'm not gonna be that dude like free such and such.
Yeah.
Because people gonna deal with the penalty or whatever it is that they do. I know that's probably sound kind of messed up, but you have never seen nothing on my page talking about free such and such if they're guilty. But we would have the closest relationship.
Yeah.
And we would, because our relationship is our relationship. But I ain't gonna be talking about let people get off because they're being punished for things they done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these niggas be on these niggas. It just be making me mad because I be seeing them on there like just be excusing bad behavior. And I'm not saying that he done it because all of this is alleged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is alleged. She showed the video, the camera, what happened with her arms and stuff. But I just feel like we just so all over the place.
Well, honestly, she hasn't yet to say anything. All that stuff got leaked out from the courts. So the courts are the ones who gave her custody of the child, temporary, permanent custody. So she has yet to speak. The only person that's really it's funny because he has been the one that's been talking about their relationship. I don't think she really said too much about their relationship. He was the one that came on and said they wasn't together. He was the one out there dating other females and everything. And then when she finally gets another man.
Allegedly, because he don't know because she said that she did.
Well, did he think that she had whatever he did? He want to act a fool and tell
He going over to the house taking pictures in the bed.
Yeah, like come on, dude, you gotta be more
He
clear
on
about
Twitch
this.
every week.
Yeah, but like back to what you said, this is what really ticks me off about people that look up to these celebrities is the simple fact that every time something like this happens, always the system trying to bring a successful black man down. And it's never, why is this guy putting himself in why are these men putting themselves in this position? Even if that's the case, just say the system is bringing all these successful black men down and we know that. Why keep putting yourself in that position to do it? Like why? I mean, like why? You have the chance to make better decisions, and I've been, and it's crazy because I have, been through, talking to groups that deal with domestic violence. I've sat in these groups and listened to, these women tell their lives about how not only were they scared for their lives, but how they were scared for their kids' lives. and doing focus groups for stuff like that. So it's like when you actually sit there and talk to the victims and hear what the victims have to say, you look at it kind of differently, because I'm not gonna say will, because I don't do it, but these people will defend these celebrities all day, but as soon as something like this happens to one of their family members, and it's like, oh, I need justice. Mm-hmm. They believe their family member. How many dudes, regular dudes in the neighborhood or whatever, believe their sister just got her pants put on her by her and go fight them? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's never like, oh, my sister lying, or my sister's not telling the truth. So it's just like we have this when it's somebody in our neighborhood and it's just a regular person, it's like, oh, it must be true. But then when it's a celebrity, like, oh, people trying to bring them down. It's like, stop making excuses, for real.
I did do the story time that you told me to do from when I saw that girl getting beat on. Yeah. And then she acted like it never happened. Yeah. Because that's a situation of domestic violence. I did do a story time, but I didn't post it yet. But like a lot of times people be like, why they ain't say nothing? Why they ain't say nothing? Because at that time the victims still think they love the person. Yeah. They still think that there's hope. They still think that person can be changed. So sometimes, and then there battered women syndrome. Yep. Like, Stockholm syndrome. Mm-hmm. There's different things that people deal with, but we don't like to give any. We don't like to give any. We don't like to give any. What's the word I'm looking for? We don't like to give any. Oh my God! We don't like to. We don't recognize. We don't like to recognize science and different things and how trauma actually works. Yeah. We don't like to recognize those things. We just feel like everything is this way. But trauma works different for different people.
And there are times where, I'm not going to just say women, because men deal with domestic violence too. I mean, there are times where people do make up stuff and people do lie about it, and that just only makes it worse for the victims actually deal with the type of stuff. So we're not naive to understand that people make up stuff, but I feel like it's a small percentage from the people that actually deal with it.
I have a friend that was dealing with domestic violence, a male friend that was dealing with domestic violence, and I remember, like, I'm talking about he was dealing with domestic violence like a female. Like, he would tell me like, you just mad because and then next week he had on sunglasses because she was beating the crap out of him. Now she did do time for it. You know what I'm saying? She did end up doing time. The female did end up doing time for it. So I mean, the victim sometimes is not ready to talk yet. Yeah. The victim sometimes not ready to say. But I think the whole DDG thing, I think he's kind of using the idea of, he's using his fame and he's using his minions and the people that follow him to try to paint a picture for himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All I gotta say is, if you stick up for him or you feel like he's not in the wrong, that's fine. But just have that same energy and that same them same thoughts when somebody in your family member happened. Maybe your family member not telling the truth.
That situation, I just feel like I'm just gonna mind my own business and just whatever happens. If he wrong, he wrong. But I'm just saying that we need to stop taking domestic violence so lightly. Yeah. Because it is something that actually does happen. The situation is different in every situation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes both of them put their hands on each other. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that is the case. But we know as men we're stronger than women, so you got to know how to control your hands and control your arms. You know what I'm saying? So I think
I wouldn't want to run into Clarissa Shields. I know she but put a tanning on me.
Yeah, but normally. Normally. So I just think it's crazy. The whole thing crazy.
Yeah, man. Please do better, people.
Yeah, do better.
Do better.